Something shifted, and viewers felt it immediately. The smiles looked forced. The pauses felt longer. And the energy between Daniel and Sheena? Completely different. What started as another hopeful chapter in the wild world of 90 Day Fiancé is quickly turning into one of the most emotionally complicated storylines this season. Because behind the sweet words and romantic promises, money is quietly becoming the third person in this relationship. And if you've been watching closely, you already know, once money enters the chat on 90 Day, nothing stays simple.
Daniel used to come across as steady, calm, almost protective, the kind of partner fans thought Sheena desperately needed. But recently, viewers are noticing something uncomfortable. His tone has changed, his patience is thinner, and his focus seems different. Not on love, on finances. Meanwhile, Laura, sweet, hopeful Laura, is falling deeper into her own emotional whirlwind. And the more she opens her heart, the more fans are starting to worry she might be walking straight into heartbreak. But here's where things get messy. Because what TLC showed might only be half the story. Before we go deeper, if you're the kind of viewer who reads between the lines and catches the moments TLC hopes you miss, quietly tap subscribe. The real tea always surfaces here first. Now, back to the tension that's building, slowly, quietly, and very publicly. At the center of this storm is Sheena's financial situation. From the beginning, she's been open about her stability. She works hard, she's independent, she's built something for herself. And at first, Daniel seemed proud of that. But lately, fans are seeing a different energy. Small comments about expenses, subtle questions about her savings. That one moment where his face visibly tightened when money came up, viewers did not miss it. Not on TikTok, not on Reddit, not anywhere. On X, one viral post summed it up brutally: Daniel isn't worried about love. He's worried about the lifestyle. And that tweet alone pulled in thousands of likes within hours. But to really understand why fans are side-eyeing Daniel right now, you have to look at the pressure cooker these couples are living inside. Long-distance relationships are already fragile. Add immigration timelines, cultural expectations, and financial imbalance, and suddenly every small disagreement feels 10 times bigger. For Sheena, the stakes feel deeply personal. She's not just protecting her heart. She's protecting the life she worked years to build. And viewers can feel that hesitation creeping into her body language. The way she pauses before answering Daniel's money questions. The way her smile doesn't quite reach her eyes anymore. Something is off. And fans know it. Meanwhile, Daniel insists he's just being practical, responsible, focused on the future. But here's where the internet started connecting dots TLC didn't fully highlight. Mid-season, eagle-eyed viewers noticed a subtle shift in Daniel's social media activity. Follows changed, old posts quietly disappeared, even his comment patterns under Sheena's photos started looking distant. Not hostile, just less invested. On Reddit, one thread exploded after users compared his early season Instagram comments to his recent ones. The difference was subtle but noticeable. Less affectionate, more neutral, almost businesslike. Coincidence? Maybe. But in the 90-day universe, fans rarely believe in coincidences. And just when viewers were still processing that tension, Laura's storyline took an emotional turn nobody saw coming. Because while Sheena is growing more cautious, Laura is doing the exact opposite. She's falling, fast, painfully fast. From the outside, Laura's love story looks sweet. Almost fairy tale hopeful. She's glowing, smiling more, talking about the future with that unmistakable sparkle in her eyes. But longtime viewers of this franchise know that glow can be dangerous. Because sometimes, the harder someone falls, the less clearly they see. Laura has been all in emotionally. Open heart, no walls, full trust. And that vulnerability is exactly what has fans nervous right now. On TikTok, reaction videos started stacking up after her latest episode aired. One creator's clip hit over 500,000 views with a caption that read, "I don't think Laura sees what we're seeing." What are fans seeing? Small inconsistencies, moments that feel slightly rehearsed. And one particular scene that has viewers talking non-stop. The romantic gesture. On the surface, it looked perfect. Thoughtful, emotional. The kind of moment TLC loves to slow down with soft music and lingering camera shots. Laura was clearly touched, maybe even overwhelmed. But some viewers noticed something odd in the timing. The setup. The way the conversation pivoted immediately afterward toward future plans and finances. It wasn't obvious, but it was enough. Enough for the comment sections to light up. You don't do grand gestures right before serious money talks unless you're setting the mood, one YouTube comment read. Harsh, yes, but the suspicion is growing. And this is where the story takes the twist TLC didn't fully spell out. Because behind the scenes, multiple fan accounts began digging into timelines, when certain conversations happened versus when they aired. And according to some pretty convincing breakdowns, key emotional moments may have been edited out of order. That matters, because if the financial conversations happened earlier than viewers were led to believe, it changes the entire emotional context of Laura's storyline. Suddenly, that romantic moment doesn't just feel sweet. It feels strategic. Now, to be clear, nothing has been officially confirmed. But in the world of reality TV, perception becomes reality very quickly. And right now, the perception online is shifting fast. If you've made it this far, drop a quick like, not for drama, but because these storylines are getting more layered by the episode. Back with Sheena and Daniel, the emotional distance is becoming harder to ignore. Even in scenes meant to feel lighthearted, there's an undercurrent of tension. The kind you feel before something breaks. And fans are split. Some believe Daniel is simply stressed. That the financial pressure and immigration uncertainty are weighing on him. That what looks like a switch up is really just anxiety under a microscope. But others, they're not convinced. Because history inside this franchise has taught viewers one painful lesson. When money conversations start feeling this heavy this early, it rarely ends smoothly. Especially when trust is still forming. Especially when one partner clearly has more financial stability than the other. And especially when social media behavior starts raising eyebrows. Meanwhile, Laura continues to lean deeper into her relationship, seemingly unaware of the storm forming in the fanbase around her story. Her optimism is genuine. That's what makes this so emotionally uncomfortable to watch. Because viewers aren't just watching drama. They're watching someone hope. And hope, in the 90-day universe, can be fragile. The biggest moment, though, the one that has longtime fans genuinely bracing, hasn't fully played out yet. Sources close to production have hinted that a major emotional confrontation is coming. One that involves honesty about money, expectations, and long-term plans. And if the tension we're already seeing is any indication, it's not going to be gentle. Because right now, two completely different love stories are unfolding at the same time. One woman is starting to pull back, instincts quietly kicking in. The other is leaning forward with her whole heart. And history suggests only one of those approaches usually survives the pressure of this franchise. So here's the question that's dividing the fandom right now. Is Daniel truly stressed and misunderstood, or are viewers watching the early stages of a financial red flag? And with Laura, is this finally her fairy tale moment, or the setup for one of the season's most painful wake-up calls? Tell me what your gut says in the comments, because the audience is seriously split on this one. And if there's one thing years of 90-day drama have proven, the story is never over when it looks the calmest.